A look into a book with Balanagendran, an excavation for eternal bliss.
Every street of Kabul is enthralling to the eye through the bazaars and caravans of ages past. One could not count the moons that shimmer on her roofs, and the thousand splendid suns that hide behind her walls. Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaste, Namaskar, good evening, and welcome to a look into a book with Balanagendran on Radio Udaan of Light of Life. This is the time where we excavate for our eternal bliss. Here comes the tantalizing Tuesday, and so is 9 to 10 p.m. on Radio Udaan, where only you can find the hunt for treasure, the hunt without bloodshed, the hunt without harm. A look into a book, an excavation for eternal bliss, where information only matters the most. Dear listeners, it's been an awesome day and an awesome week that is coming since 2015 has had its birth. As is, a look into a book is closing in. I wrote the 50th episode. Closer and closer. Just 2 weeks, 1 week in between, and on 27th January 2017, we are going to celebrate the 50th episode of this immaculate journey of a look into a book on Radio Udaan is surely the master of infotainment of light of life. As a part of our eternal journey, I have come here with a treasure. The treasure that we are going to see will make us to feel the tears. Sometimes it will make our blood to be frozen. The author's portrayal, it may be termed as a fiction. You know what I used to say about fictions. Fictions may be imaginative, but all fictions need not necessarily be counted as a mere imagination. Your lifestyle, you can portray your life through a mere fiction without hurting anybody. While saying the truth, fiction form of writing, fictional form, is a good source through which you can be safe enough. Various authors have used it, so it is this author as well. Occupying one of the great spots in the arena of writing, according to him, is love marriage. Arranged marriage is the physician. He is a physician turned into a writer. That's why he used to say, physician work, the occupation of being a physician is my arranged marriage, but the profession of being a writer is my love marriage, where I am loving myself to the fullest. Since 2003, this author keep on occupying the minds of the readers all around the world. He has no particular space. He has no particular place in geography now. This is unique to know, though he has a citizenship of the United States. He himself said, I quote, "First time I went to my country of Afghanistan in 2003 after I had 27 years. I felt myself being a tourist in my own motherland. Born in Afghanistan, Kabul on March 4th, 1965. The author, Khalid Hosseini, became a world-famous writer through the citizenship of the United States. Till the age of his 11th, which is 1976, he was studying and focusing towards his middle school in Afghanistan and nearby Kabul, where his father was working as a diplomat and his mother was a Persian writer. Born as an elderly sibling among all five, Khalid Hosseini grown with inquisitive mentality. In the year 1976, his father had turned himself to France to work as a diplomat in Foreign Office to Afghanistan. In 1980, the family of Khalid Hosseini were unable to return due to the change in the revolution, where saw a revolution that is termed as in 1978, where the People Democratic Party of Afghanistan has been dethroned and the Mujahideens have begun to sworn in. We are going to see all these events in his book. This is not the autobiography, I'll make it clear. This is surely not the autobiography, but a book that portrays the lifestyle of Afghanistan. We are curious to know about the Middle East, especially Iraq, and now we have the opportunity to know about Afghanistan, especially the lifestyle, the standard of living of female in Afghanistan, the country that is considered to be the most brutal in treating women as par with men. When the Taliban sworn in took power after the breakdown of the Soviet and the communist regime in Afghanistan, the lives of women turned to graveyard. We all have read of this, thanks to 2003 invasion of the United States, through which we have come to know the lethal distribution of health and welfare between male and female in Afghanistan. But this is not the case we are going to deal with. We are going to see a family subject. We are going to see a subject related to war. We are going to see the subject of sacrifice. We are going to see a subject that talks about love in fullest. Moreover, we are going to see the devastating turnings in the people's lives. How the Afghan culture rubbing itself and embracing to the fullest with Islam, flowing. The verse I said, it has been translated by Josephine Davis, the poem of 17th century author, Iran. It's known as an Iranian author, Taib Tabrizi, that says, I quote, "Every street of Kabul is enthralling to the eye through the bazaars and caravans of we did pass. One could not count the moons that shimmer on the roofs, thousand splendid signs that hide behind the walls." This is how the city Kabul has been treated. We all might have not aware of the illustrious cultural heritage features of Afghanistan, but Afghanistan is one of the cradles of human civilization without a shadow of doubt. We are going to see all these things, what the author said, Dr. Khalid Hosseini has to say. The thing that we are going to hunt, the treasure perhaps I must put it, as the poem says in its last line, and the thousand splendid suns that hide behind her walls. Khalid Hosseini's A Thousand Splendid Suns, traveling deep into Afghanistan.
नारायण सेवा संस्थान द्वारा संपूर्ण विश्व से आए हुए 80 से 100 पीड़ित असहाय निःशक्त बंधु बांधवों के प्रतिदिन निशुल्क ऑपरेशन किए जाते हैं, जो चारों हाथ पैरों पर चलकर आते हैं। वे शल्य चिकित्सा के बाद दोनों पैरों पर चलने लगते हैं। तन से समर्थ होने के बाद निःशक्त बंधुओं को आर्थिक रूप से समृद्ध करने के उद्देश्य से विभिन्न प्रकार के व्यावसायिक कोर्सेज जैसे कंप्यूटर प्रशिक्षण, सिलाई प्रशिक्षण, मोबाइल रिपेयरिंग प्रशिक्षण, प्लम्बिंग प्रशिक्षण, सुथारी प्रशिक्षण एवं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक उपकरण रिपेयरिंग प्रशिक्षण द्वारा प्रशिक्षित किया जाता है। तत्पश्चात उन्हें विभिन्न कंपनियों और संगठनों में जॉब दिलवाई जाती है। छोटा मोटा व्यवसाय खुलवाते हैं। वर्ष में 2 बार निःशुल्क निःशक्त सामूहिक विवाह समारोह आयोजित कर उन्हें सामाजिक रूप से भी समृद्ध बनाती हैं।
जी हाँ दोस्तों, मेरे यानी कि अपने दोस्त आरजे श्याम के साथ चलिए टेक्नोलॉजी के सफर टेक सिटी पर, जहां होंगी बातें मोबाइल्स की और होंगी बातें कंप्यूटर्स की। तो मेरे यानी कि अपने दोस्त आरजे श्याम के साथ सुनना ना भूलिएगा हर बुधवार रात 8 बजे रेडियो उड़ान पर टेक सिटी।
एक मंच जहां मिलती है महत्वपूर्ण जानकारियां,
सवाल हो और जवाब दूं।
एक मंच जहां होते हैं हंसी और ठहाके।
वाह।
एक मंच जहां होती हैं चर्चाएं।
दूसरी वाली आपको नहीं समर्पित करूंगा।
नहीं कीजिए, बड़े स्पोर्टिंग।
आप पहले सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद कहिएगा आपको चाहिए समर्पण कि नहीं चाहिए।
एक मंच जहां मिलेगा लोकप्रिय संगीत।
और इन सब के बीच एक ऐसा मंच जहां मिलता है सब कुछ। लॉग ऑन कीजिए www.radioudan.com और जुड़ जाइए हमारे साथ।
A look into a book with Bala Nagendran, an excavation for eternal bliss.
It is hard to judge who is the protagonist. Really, Kali Container is the protagonist, we have to say. The book that contains nearly 51 chapters, it has been classified into Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, or we can say Book 1, Book 2, Book 3, Book 4. Each is in the same book. We need not confuse that Book 1 is different, Book 2 is different, we have to purchase another one, nothing like that. You can purchase a single book which is 384 pages, and once you begin to read, you will surely surrender yourself to the streets of Kabul, to the character Mariam, disgraced, isolated, pitiable woman, and Rashid, the obsequiously obscene character, the antagonist of the novel, Layla, Mujahidins, Zars, and in between the philosophies of communism, how the author felt and how the people have felt about the lifestyle of the communist regime. When he visited in 2003, after the release of his debut novel, Kite Runner, the Kite Runner which we have hunted a couple of months ago, he said that he has spoken to a few of his friends, relatives, and people where he has found the incidents, perhaps the group of 60s to the early 2000s. Since 65 to 76, Hosseini might have got his own experiences, but even in the book, the pace begins from a snail to a jet. The metamorphosis of the flow of words, the flow of thoughts, ideas, and vision of the book, and the expectation as a reader when you read that crosses beyond the limits of speedometer of your mind. I'm sure you will move closer and closer and closer by forgetting your food, sleep, everything. This is what Khalid Hosseini, and surely this is 1,000 splendid suns, where the light flows all over, the silhouette which you will never forget if you sit to read. As we have said, that the author inquired with the people, and he also said that while living in the United States since 1980, where they have been granted a political asylum, Khalid Hosseini said, we have been inquiring the day-to-day events happening to our family members, friends, relatives, closest as well as distance. He still says his spouse, Roya Hosseini's uncle, has been a famous composer during 70s and 80s, and known for being favorable to the communist regime, has disappeared, and we have no idea of where he is now. Imagine this is what the sample, what I've said is a sample and the own statement of Khalid Hosseini in the interview. Then imagine the plight of the people of Afghanistan who have been hunted and hunted and hunted again by the imperial forces, one after another. When 26 years of dictatorship of Najibullah gone over, communist regime fronted, then Mujahideen to beat down Russians, then Taliban, Mullah Muhammad Umar, and Osama bin Laden. You know what happened in Afghanistan. This is what the sample that 1,000 Splendid Suns says. Miriam, let's meet the character in a famous name called Rami. Miriam. Chapter 1. Miriam was 5 years old when she heard the first time the word Arami. On the Thursday when Jalal, her father, came to meet her, with a wave of happiness, she climbed on the chair to take the tea pots and the sets from the roof. That was the only sediment that her mother Nana has. The blue and white color porcelains, the pots, and the dragon symbol at the sugar pot, which is considered to chase the evils out of the house, were the favorite things. The relics of Nana, Miriam's mother's final deposit to the daughter when she died, when Miriam's mother was 2 years old. However, from the tender hands, the set slipped and bogged itself down onto the wooden floor and shattered into pieces. Miriam saw the small and the little eyes, the shivered, wrinkled face, the depressed mindset that can be found in the face has turned fleshy and pinky. The low and the little eyes have unanimously blinking at Miriam. She grabbed Miriam through the wrist and made her come closer. You are a clumsy little Harami. Harami in brackets. The story goes like this thunderous, heartbreaking note. Why Miriam is called as Harami is the story. From chapter 1 to chapter 15, you will find a single focus of Khalid Hosseini, that is Miriam. From her childhood, what happened? What happened to Nana then? How Has she meant to her dad, who is her dad? What happened to that fellow? Where he has gone? Has Miriam met him? What happened? To whom Miriam got married? Where has she gone? These all things can be found from chapter 1 to chapter 16. From chapter 16 to nearly 26 in book 2, you will find a fantastic, romantic, prolific writing of wonderful author Khalid. The book has been segregated, where from the first part it is being dedicated to Mariam, in the second part to another character, Layla, and the third part deals with the unification and the reunion, or the coronation of the relationship and the friendship and the love and care between Miriam and Layla. The fourth part is the aftermath. What happened? How Afghanistan, in between all these things, while the story is rolling in between Layla and Miriam, we will see wars, rocket launches lunging into us. We will feel while the author explains, I quote, you can read a book at the light of the rocket. That's how closer you can see the rockets if you are in Afghanistan during this time. Unfortunately, the same plight continues till date. The Afghanistan, one of the cradles of human civilizations and the oldest philosophies, is still getting pounded and pounded by the imperial and the deadliest evils of the world. Khalid Hosseini goes on what happened to Miriam, why she is called a harami even by her mother. Her mother's name, as we have said, Nana. What happens? Nana is not the legitimate wife to Miriam's father, who is nothing but Jalal. There's no one but Jalal. Jalal is a person, a rich person, who has 3 wives and 9 children. Miriam happened to be 10th, but an illegitimate child, because Miriam born between Jalal and the servant of the house, Nana. So the servant's daughter and a daughter of an unmarried woman. So everybody called Miriam a harami. This is how she has been isolated, estranged, alienated. Her childhood since the end, you can find nothing called love that has blood after. The character is completely shown as a betrayed, debased womanhood. She has been used as a weapon. She has been used as an expense for many people's gain. That's how the book continues. Jalal is the father who used to meet Nana and Miriam on every Thursday. But Jalal won't call Miriam harami. He used to call her little flower. That's how life goes. One day, on one birthday, everybody was celebrating their birthdays as a young girl. And she needed to meet dad. She wanted to live with her dad. She knows that the family members of 3 wives and 9 children will not accept her, as she has been considered to be an illegitimate kid. But still, she wants to live. For that matter, she has gone. At the end, she got exhausted. Suddenly, 2 hands grabbed under her armpit, lifted that kid up, thrown that kid into the deck of the car. What happened further? What happened? Has any harm happened to Miriam? Let's see. Stay tuned to a look into a book with Balanagendran, an excavation for eternal bliss. Today we are traveling deep into Afghanistan through Khalid Hosseini's 1,000 Splendid Suns.
रेडियो उड़ान सुन रहे सभी मित्रों को मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्कार। मेरा नाम मधु सिंघल है। मैं बेंगलोर में कार्यरत संस्था मित्र ज्योति, जो पिछले 25 वर्षों से दृष्टिहीनों एवं दूसरे विकलांग व्यक्तियों के लिए कार्यरत है, उसकी मैनेजिंग ट्रस्टी हूँ। इस संस्था की गतिविधियाँ इस प्रकार हैं। यहाँ पर दृष्टिहीनों के लिए ऑडियो में पुस्तकें रिकॉर्ड की जाती हैं। इसके साथ साथ ब्रेल में और स्कैन्ड पुस्तकें भी उनको दी जा रही हैं। कंप्यूटर प्रशिक्षण और रोजगार की सुविधाएं भी यहाँ प्रदान की जा रही हैं। दृष्टिहीन महिलाओं के लिए एक विशेष प्रकार का कोर्स चलाया जाता है, जिसमें उन्हें आत्मनिर्भर बनकर जीवन में आगे बढ़ने की क्षमता प्रदान की जा रही है। आप मित्र ज्योति से संपर्क कर सकते हैं। यहाँ का फोन नंबर है 08022587623 और 22587625। ईमेल एड्रेस है admin.office@mitrajyoti.org। वेबसाइट है www.mitrajyoti.org।
Words, words, words. Let's sing in the ocean of words and explore its origin, meaning, usage, and many other known and unknown facts about it. Let's sail in the world of magical words and travel far with entertainment. To listen, Ocean of Words. Every Wednesday from 10 to 11 p.m. log on www.radioudan.com.
मधुर और चटपटा संगीत सिर्फ रेडियो उड़ान पर। फिल्मी गपशप सिर्फ रेडियो उड़ान पर। खेल और समाचारों की बातें रेडियो उड़ान पर दोस्तों। समसामयिक विषयों पर चर्चा और परिचर्चा और डिबेट के हमारे प्रोग्राम्स, अंताक्षरी से लेकर और न जाने क्या क्या। अरे सिर्फ रेडियो उड़ान पर दोस्तों, और कहां। जी हां, आपका ये नया रेडियो स्टेशन रेडियो उड़ान लेकर आया है आपके लिए कंप्लीट प्रोग्राम बोनेंजा। हमारी वेबसाइट का पता है www.radioudan.com। तो सुनते रहिएगा रेडियो उड़ान, रेडियो उड़ान, रेडियो उड़ान, रेडियो उड़ान, रेडियो उड़ान।
A look into a book with Bala Nagendran, an excavation for eternal bliss.
Well, what happened to Maria? As we observed, 2 hands came down at her, grabbed her under her armpit, lifted and threw her into the back of the car. The car spattered, made her through. Finally, she has been shown to a place where one woman said, "You don't see go." That's where she has found her mother hanging to herself. Nana is finally dead. The betrayed woman and the lone caretaker of the so-called harami called Miriam's. Everything has gone. It is implied that he has considered that even the daughter has resented by desiring to go that male Nana commits Then Miriam has gone to Jalal, where she is living with her family, and she has found one little girl there, Nilofer. We have found a Nilofer star here that has been named by the Bangladeshis, I suppose. has been found in the house who wanted to have some good talks and friendship with Miriam as well. Miriam doesn't like even a bit. Suddenly, the three aunts of Miriam, or the legitimate wives of Jalal, have come and said, there is a fellow in Herat to Kabul. When you see in Kabul, he has a shoemaking business. He has lost his son in a water accident in a lake, and he has lost his wife as well. So he is looking for a nikah. Miriam came to know that the person is 30 years elder to her. This is in the year 1974 when Miriam was 15 years old. Miriam was born in the year 1959, and in 1974 she has been forced to marry a person, a man who has already married and lost his wife and a son. Moreover, who is 30 years elder to Miriam. This is how the culture relate, says Khalid Hussaini. Elderly men marrying young women is not at all a new thing in Afghanistan, he says in the interview. And that's how we also heard multiple marriages, especially old men marrying young kids, perhaps according to our legal framework. This is how things have gone. Finally, Rashid the antagonist of the novel. He enters the yellow teeth, bloated belly, rough face and hands, smell of tobacco and cigarettes. These are all the features through which Khalid Hussaini introduces Rashid to us. Finally, the marriage happened. The procedure of the marriage are highly explained, and we can find the way the Islamic culture is having its wedding if you haven't participated in any one of these. The contract signing and the way the wedding band has been put in, the way that Miriam has been forced to say yes to marry this old fellow, 45-year-old. Everything has been explained. Then, this is where the twist happens. The Bajj Herat, where Miriam born and lived till 15 years, to Kabul has begun. She has aborted. Before that, she went to Jalal and said, I've asked you to take me to the Pinocchio theater to make me watch a movie where Jalal owns that Pinocchio, but Jalal hasn't done. Instead of that, you have sold myself. Don't ever meet me alive. Don't try to find me ever. Don't ever try to meet. These are the words that Miriam said at last to Jalal and aborted us. They have come to Kabul, a lone place, a new place, 650 kilometers away from Herat, where Miriam actually had a place, and a well-wisher named Mullah Fazullah, the priest who taught her Quran and the Quranic scriptures. Everything has gone to wait, things have went up in smoke, and a new life has begun as being a wife of a 45-year-old man who is 30 years elder to her. Things have begun. First day, as usual, the days have passed. One day, Miriam began to accept this. When she went to clean the drawers, the closets, she has found the magazines of nude pornographic pictures where women are laying down themselves without a single bit of a dress. Under that, she has found a black revolver. Below that, she has found a black and white picture where a woman is standing. Below that, she has found a black and white picture of a young kid. These are all the properties that Rashid owns himself. The day has come. 45-year-old man had a forceful intercourse. And the way author explains is majestic. You kindly read that segment. From the author's portrayal, you can understand the way the culture and the heritage of a specific region considers sex and gender equality. There is a great advantage of reading the contents of an author pertaining to male and female couple or lovemaking situation. This is what I have learned from my readings, through which you can understand how the author's culture respects each other gender. If you read Sidney Sheldon, it's portrayed as something different. If you read Chetan Bhagat, it is something different. If you read E.L. James, it is entirely different. Similarly, if you read Khalid Hosseini, the way he explains this sort of intercourse is completely different. There is nothing dirty in it, there is nothing unwanted, nothing taboo, nothing like filthy in it, but everything is informative. He hasn't given any extra space for it, but he has explained the way women are treated, even. Finally, Miriam has become pregnant, and one day when Jalal took her outside, she began to bleed. That's it. The expectation, everything Jalal has gone. Before that, the burqa culture. The author explains the burqa culture, how Rashid began to make Miriam to wear the burqa. He says, looking at the bare feet, even a bare feet of a woman is a sin. How these husbands are allowing someone to touch the bare feet of a woman by another man, because he is a shoemaker, he has to touch the feet. That's how he considers. Khalid Hosseini also said that this is how women are considered. Women are considered as a project of reproduction and the object that can be used according to the desire of men. This is how he felt about Afghanistan. Besides all, suddenly things have turned abusive. Miriam and Rashid began to have a distant relationship. Things have gone something vague. Chapter 16 begins with Layla, Tariq, Hakim, Fariba. Fariba has been introduced in the book earlier that you're reading, you can find, rather than Miriam Aslam Miriam Jan. Chapter 16 begins Layla and her friends. This is where the piercing war of each Mujahideen between Uzbeks, Azars, Akhmatiyars, Talibans. Things have begun here, 1976, 1978, where the exact year Layla born. The author has given a correlation between the Saur Revolution and Layla's birth. Layla's father, in the entire book, who is portrayed as a Bobby, is a sincere school teacher who loved to read more and who loved to write more, and who has given extra work, extra homework to Layla so that she can be the forerunner in scoring good marks in the school. Layla's mother, Fariba, was a good, caring woman who sent two of her sons, Amit and Noor, to a jihadi bastion to fight against the invading forces, perhaps Russia. And in the book, the character Amit and Noor are made to be hidden, and they are made to stay without any features or any descriptions, and they have been killed. Shadi battle. This is how the twists are taking place. Layla, Tariq were become close friends. They consider themselves as cousins. Finally, the romantic relationship has begun. These are all explained from chapter 16 to 26, book 2 or part 2 of 1,000 Splendid Suns. Layla and Tariq. Tariq was a fellow born in 1976, lost one leg in land mining in 1981, and has been a good caretaker to Layla. Once upon a time when Tariq has gone out of town, Khadim, the neighborhood friend of some street boys, confronted Layla and sprayed through the gun, red-colored gun, into the head, the yellowish blonde head of Layla. When she touched and smelled, she has found that was nothing but urine. Those incidents are highly beautiful in explanation, in the diction of Khalid Hussaini. These sort of things need to be cherished while reading. These are all the gemstones that we can find that proves the creativity of the author. We can find there is no relationship in showing someone spraying urine in your head, in your hair. There is something nasty and disgusting, sounds foul, and smells as well. But everything in 1,000 Splendid Sun explained by Khalid Hussaini has a value. The value that he has portrayed to explore and expose the cultural differences, the evolution of mankind through bloodshed is the essential part. This is what the quintessence of coziness of the 1,000 Splendid Suns that we all need to feel. What happened then? They want to move from Kabul to Peshawar. His father was interested, but her mother, Layla's mother, was not at all interested because she has become frustrated, sick, tired, twisted, angered at the bastions, and she wants Mujahideens to beat the Russians. Then the day has come. Finally, Tariq has gone to move with his mother to Peshawar. The separation of Layla and Tariq has come through the act of love. And the author explains how, if you have a premarital sex in Afghanistan, how you will be treated, how you will be considered. Everything is explained. Finally, after 17 days when Tariq left from Kabul to Peshawar, Farida, the mother of Layla, everything has begun, plans are input, taxi has come, Layla was standing in the balcony, Hakim or Bobby has gone into the shelves to assort the books. A sudden thunderous bolt from the blue has beaten the way author explained, the rocket launcher that hit the house, the way Layla has been twisted upside and down, topsy-turvy, the way another chunk of body with red-colored blood has fallen like a thud on the floor beside Layla, and the way Miriam and Rashid have been connected are excellent to read. Chapter 26 completely explains this. Book 2 ends as Layla suffering grievous injury that put her into the state of vegetation.
Hello.
Hey, what about your exam?
Oh, what can I say? I'm flunked once again. This reasoning section is hurting a lot. I don't know what to do.
I have a good news for you. Hold on and listen to this clip.
2 plus 1 is equal to 3. 3 plus 4 is equal to 21. 5 plus 6 is equal to 55. Then 4 plus 8 is equal to what? What comes once in a year, twice in a week?
जी हाँ
फ्रेंड्स, हम आपके लिए लाए हैं एक बहुत ही मजेदार शो जिसका नाम है मिसेस कंफ्यूजन, जो कि आपके कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट भी करेंगी और उसे सॉल्व भी करेंगी। सो सुनना ना भूलिए मिसेस कंफ्यूजन, अ शो ऑन रीजनिंग, एवरी संडे 10 PM to 11 PM only on Radio Udaan.
रेडियो उड़ान कन्वेंशन 2015।
मकसद आप सबसे मिलने का।
रेडियो उड़ान कन्वेंशन 2015
जहां होंगी पोइट्री, प्ले, सिंगिंग, प्रेजेंटेशन और मच मोर।
So what are you waiting for? जल्दी से रजिस्टर करें हमारी वेबसाइट www.radioudan.com पर और बने पार्ट 2015 रेडियो उड़ान कन्वेंशन का।
कभी महक की तरह हम गुलों से उड़ते हैं, कभी धुएं की तरह पर्वतों से उड़ते हैं। ये कैचियां हमें उड़ने से खाक रोकेंगी कि हम परों से नहीं हौसलों से उड़ते हैं। जी हां दोस्तों, आप भी जुड़ जाइए हमारे साथ अपने ख्वाबों की उड़ान लिए, अपनी कल्पनाओं की उड़ान लिए, अपनी ख्वाहिशात की उड़ान लिए। लॉग ऑन कीजिए www.radioudan.com और चलिए हमारे साथ एक कभी न खत्म होने वाले सफर पर, जिसका नाम है रेडियो उड़ान।
A look into a book with Balanagendran, an excavation for eternal bliss.
We are heading towards the segment, the closing segment of today's treasure hunt, deep down travel of Afghanistan, where we are beginning book 3. Book 3 is all about treatment of Layla, a 14-year-old girl. At that time, Rashid and Maryam were treating her. Finally, what happens? Rashid has given a spark, a hit into the gut of Maryam by saying that he wants to marry Layla. He wants to marry a mere 14-year-old girl when he was 63 years old, and Maryam was 33 years old. And Layla accepted the sudden bolt. Why? Because after recovering, one fellow has come to meet Layla, and he said that while entering into the Pakistan border from Afghanistan, the truck that carried Tariq and his family has been cross-fired with a rocket launcher. The way author explained the position of Tariq, where his legs, one leg has been burnt, already he has lost one leg, his entire body has been burnt, he has been connected to the tubes through which he has been breathing and he's been doing everything. Otherwise, the body has completely dead. On one day, that fellow said, while I was also laying on the bed for treatment, the doctors have come and the bed has been made empty. They have lifted Tariq and they said they fought valiantly. And he also fought valiantly. Layla considered the loss, but she had something in her that Tariq has left. That is nothing but the growing infant in the womb. To safeguard that womb and to safeguard the baby that is about to be born, Layla accepted the wedding. And the way the wedding has happened, what are all the things have happened, will give us a curious, exciting infos if you read 1,000 Splendid Suns. Khalid Hosseini completely turned everything between us. When you read the book first, while you are reading Maryam, we all will consider the book will only revolve with Maryam, Nana, Jalal and the family of Herat and the family of some of the well-wishers of Maryam like Mullah Fazullah. And when he connected Layla, we will feel that why this abrupt end to Maryam? What happened to Maryam? Where is she? Why this girl has come, Layla? Why these rocket launches and the death of Layla's friend, the way that has been explained? We have to mention that Giri, one of the friends of Layla, while walking by crossing the blocks of the streets towards her house from the school, one rocket has plunged into her and killing 3 of them. Her one leg, the decomposed leg of Giri, has been put into the plastic cover and has been made to hang at the terrace of the house of Giri for her remembrance. Sounds foul, disgusting, isn't it? Unimaginable, unacceptable. But this is how the war-torn region used to look. We can find many incidents. People are occupying the house, the militiamen are occupying the house when people are turning to some places like Iraq, Pakistan, as refugees from Afghanistan. This is what happened in Indo-Pak partition as well. When people from Indian region gone to Pakistan and occupied the free houses left by the people from Pakistan who are migrated back to India. The same thing happens everywhere when the region is a war-torn one. The way the author connects Maryam and Layla, and in between the exchange of words, the abuses between Maryam and Layla as a jealous. Because Rashid considers that the growing child is his own, but the reality is the child has been granted by Tariq to Layla. To cherish that child, though it is a bad activity, she has to lie and to marry and to live with this fellow. Finally, the child has become Aziza, a daughter, a female infant. All dreams of Sharid got shattered. And again, Sharid put Layla into the same space as he put Miriam, who tried to give him child not once, but twice, but 7 times, but failed. The same thing happened to Layla, who has given a birth to a female child, who is pinkish, fleshy, beautiful, which created some sort of doubt mind of Rashid as he know the relationship between Tariq and Layla. Things were moving. One day, Layla and Miriam have begun to realize where they belong. Finally, the correlation of relationship, love, affection, care has begun. The way Miriam felt love for the first time through the young infant is a heart-touching scene that we can read while that Aziza, that kid, is laying its face on the neck of Miriam, where Miriam began to feel the water in her eyes. First time she felt love. This is how the life goes. Suddenly, Layla began to loot some bills, Afghan bills, from the wallet of Rashid. Every day, 5 or 10, If the wallet is big, 20 or 2 20s. If the wallet is too less, 1 or 2. This is how the looting has been done. She was earning not to safety but to escape, run away from Rashid, run away from Kabul, run away from Afghanistan to the safer zone. This is where she has been captured, betrayed by one man. Layla and Miriam has been taken back by Rashid through police station. The conversation between Layla and the policeman, the detective, is wonderful, where he says and what she says, what she feels about the treatment of women of Afghanistan, what she feels about the militiaman of Taliban, what she feels about the Mujahideen. Everything is explained well. And they come back, the worst beating that both of them received at the hands of Rashid, especially Miriam. Layla has been pulled by her neck by Rashid and made her to go upstairs. But she tried to turn and want to speak something. A sudden thunderous punch, a car hitting a human being like feeling has been created through a punch of Rashid in between the chest and the stomach of Layla. That's it. And she has been put into the bedroom and door has been locked. Suddenly, from downstairs, there has been a sickening thud of belt hitting a body. It sounds like someone is throwing their belt into the wall. The sound was thunderous, it was chaotic, it was sick. With the blood pouring from the neck to the shoulders, Miriam has been put into the tool shed, which is hot and suffocating. One day, they both have been relieved, and in few months, Layla given birth to Rashid's kid, Zalmai. But at the end, Rashid has been killed by Miriam. For that matter, Miriam has been executed. Why she has been executed? Because she has killed Rashid. But how she has been executed? You have to read 1,000 Splendid Suns to find. At the end, closing book 3, Layla meets Tariq. How Layla met Tariq? What happened to Tariq? Tariq has been found that he has fought valiantly in the hospital, and Layla considered that he is dead. But how? He is alive. From where he has come again. What happened after the death of Miriam? What happened to Aziza and Zalmai? We all know Rashid and Miriam have gone from the picture. What happened? Miriam and Tariq, while walking on the streets by crossing the house of Rashid and Miriam, they have found a sack. A sack sent by Jalil to Miriam. They have taken the sack and gone. What is there in the sack? Afterwards, what happened? Have they dead because the sack got exploded? Or what happened at the end? What Afghanistan restores? Khalid Husseini's 1,000 Splendid Suns give an enlivening, enlightening answer. With that note, it's time for me to say goodbye. See you next week on this tantalizing Tuesday, 9 to 10 p.m. and the 49th episode of A Look Into a Book, an excavation for eternal bliss. As of now, keep listening Radio Udaan. Don't forget to tune in every day, 7 to 11, and don't forget to participate, and don't forget to come to the convention, which is going to be on 31st January 2015 at Ambedkar Bhawan, New Delhi. Participate more. The top 5 will be given a free entry. As of now, let's sit together and listen Sports Galaxy by Sandeep, what he has for us. This is me, Balanagindran from Chennai, saying good night, buenas noches, Vanakkam.
A look into a book with Balanagendran, an excavation for eternal bliss.